Good night. How's everybody doing? If you're just joining, we're just starting the live stream. Uh, right now, I'm going to give some time to people to log in and be able to join as well. In the meantime, I'm just going to play a track from the previous album 11, one of my favorite ones. Live it up until people are able to get on the stream and give some time to people to come in. So I'm gonna go ahead and play you guys this album, and then we can. I mean, one of the tracks from the previous album, and then we can get into the new album. This is "Live It Up" from the previous album, and then we'll wait for everybody to start joining. I hope everybody's having a good night, and thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. I can't put into words, how much I appreciate this because you guys are literally taking time away from your family to spend it with me right now. So thank you so much. If you don't follow me as often, I'm Lendos, music producer, born and raised in the Dominican Republic. Um, Mainly make hip hop, trap, a little bit of everything, but I got my own sound, which is something that I appreciate about myself, and I'm sure a lot of you guys would appreciate as well. A quick rundown: I just usually I make music from the heart. Whatever I might be going through or whatever feeling I go through is usually how the way I express it is through music. So a lot of the songs you're gonna hear some tracks that sound a little bit kind of melancholic, some other ones that are hyper. It's just a representation of what I was feeling at that moment. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And this will be my third album. I already dropped two of them, '07, '11, and this is 1986, which it was the when I was born. And all three albums they represent basically the birth of me as a music producer. Finally, was able to put out some professional music out. So you guys have enjoyed the previous ones. I hope you enjoy this one. The first track is "Shallow Heart." That is the intro of the album. I really hope you guys enjoy it. It's one of my favorite albums, and yeah, it's one of my favorite tracks in the album, and one of my favorite tracks that I have ever made. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get right to it. And hopefully, I don't get any buffering. Is it still buffering? Hopefully not. I see that it's working fine on my end, but let's get into it. And if it keeps buffering, let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can connect the a direct cable to the computer. But let's hope I don't have to do that because it's pretty far where the router is at. So let's get into it and let's play "Shallow Hearts," which is the intro, produced by Landos, and one of my favorite tracks that I ever produced. Sorry for the issues with the buffering. Not sure what was going on. It was working fine earlier. I'm gonna try to move to another room and see if it's better. Let me know if you guys can hear me better now. I'm moving to another room. Okay, let's see if it works better on this room now. And by the way, fun fact, I mean, not so fun. This track, I used some samples, and they're not gonna let me release it on the streaming services, but it will be available on my SoundCloud and my website. IamLendos.com. So you're gonna be able to find it on there. And so if you love this track, you can find it on my SoundCloud at midnight or on my website. Let's go ahead and now get into the second track. The second track of the album is Baby. To me, this is a track that just is a feel good track to me. When I made it, I just felt like the king of the world. And what is a king without his queen? That's why I call it Baby. So I hope you guys like this track and enjoy it just as much as I do. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sure. I did a test earlier for like 15 minutes and didn't have any issues at all. I'm not sure what could be going on right now. Let me try something else and see if maybe I can get the direct cable into this room and it might work better. 1 second. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm sorry again. Didn't have those issues earlier. Not sure what's going on with the internet now. I did a test. Um, let's go ahead and try to get into the next track now. The next track is called Hope and Faith. I made this track right in the middle of the pandemic where there wasn't much of it, but making this track helped me get through it. And I hope when you guys hear it as well, at least it gives you some good vibes and enjoy it as much as I did creating it. So let's get into it now. This is Hope and Faith. It's the next track of the album. That was Hope and Faith. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. It looks like it's working better. I also have it on my phone to see if it's buffering on mine. I haven't had any issues. So I would say check your connection as well. It might be that, but I know I had some issues earlier. Thank you so much again for everybody that is joining now or joined earlier. I appreciate you. Now let's get into the next track. The next track is called Fuego. It is probably on my top five. This track, unfortunately, the streaming services are not allowing it to be available because I use a sample too, but it will be available on my SoundCloud and on my website, iamlendos.com. So if you love it as much as I do, you're going to be able to listen to it on the streaming services or just go to my website and you'll be able to hear it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Um, 1 second. So this is Fuego for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. was track number 4, Fuego. So I hope you guys enjoy that as much as I did. Again, this one will be this track will definitely not be on the streaming services, but it will be on my SoundCloud and on my website, so you're gonna be able to hear it on there. So if you you know since you're not going to be able to hear it on my streaming services, then at least you know where to find it. The next track is dedicated to the best coast. That's the West Coast. I can picture myself driving down the coast from north to south, and just coasting to this track. That's why I call this track West Coasting, and I hope you enjoy it. And that one day you could do the same. You could just drive down the coast in California and bump this track as well. Let's get into it. That was West Coasting, a track that I love. It makes me think of the West Coast every day. So I hope you guys caught the vibe. Appreciate you guys. And I just want to take a moment to acknowledge you guys in the chat. Thank you so much. Juan, Leo, Benz, my brother from another mother, super dope producer. Lily, Sean, thank you, man. Usually, I've been told a lot that my music is very cinematic, which is, I guess, that's that's one of the things that um, like represents my style. So thank you for that. Uh, and Rachel, only two songs won't be available on the album, which is the intro, Shallow Hearts, and Fuego, the one before West Coasting. And that's because I guess they were able to recognize which samples I was using, and they're not letting me do it. I think it's Disney that they're big, so they're probably just like nah. But they're gonna be on my website and SoundCloud, so you're gonna be able to hear them on there. The next track that I have for you guys that is called We Gucci. The reason why I named this track with Gucci is because I know sometimes we like to complain about, like, little things that we think they're so big, but in reality they're nothing compared to what other people are going through. Not taken away from what you might be feeling, because whatever you're feeling is real. It's just that sometimes we just have to realize that it could be worse. And one day I just sat at home, and I was complaining. I don't remember. It was something stupid. And then I started thinking, like, damn, at least I have a job, I have a home, I have a wife. I have a lot of things that people don't have. I even have food. So thinking about how good I have it prompted me to produce this song, and that's why I called it with Gucci, because I'm literally blessed and grateful for everything that I'm getting. So in life, so that's why the song is called with Gucci. Let's go ahead and play it. It's just a feel good track to bump and have a good time. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get into it right now. With Gucci, and that is track 6 of the album. I hope you guys enjoy with Gucci, and thank you all for all the comments and good vibes in the chat. I'm glad you liked that. You like that track. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get right now into the next track, which that would be. It's called "I Can Do All Things." The reason I'm not a religious person at all. I believe in a higher power and in God, but I'm not religious. But one day I just started praying to God and the producer's God to fill me with creativity every time I make a track. And ever since, every time I do that, I always make something really, really dope. So in this track, I wanted to highlight that I can do all things. So I mix kind of like my original hard hitting drums, 808s sound with boom bap, and then some cinematic stuff at the end. So it can represent that I can do all things. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And let's get to the next track, and that is I can do all things. That was I Can Do All Things. Hopefully, you guys enjoy that as much as I did when I was making it. And thank you all so much for the love on the chat. I appreciate you guys. I wish I was able to see you and you can see me as well, but I'm not at home. That's why I had to do it through YouTube instead of IG Live. So I don't have my studio. I'm visiting family, but this will make do. So let's go ahead and get into the next track of the album, which I have to represent for my Latino mob. So in every album, I have included a reggaeton track, or in the last album, my man Villa. He's in the chat. Super dope producer. He was my producer when I used to rap in Spanish. The guy can do anything. Merengue, bachata, salsa. I mean, name it. The guy is a freaking genius. So I made a track with him on album 11. That was the intro. And so I had to make another track to represent for my Latinos. But this album, this actual song was inspired a lot by Mia, Bad Bunny featuring Drake. So I hope you guys enjoy it. The name of this track is Pa Mi Gente. So let's get to it. mi gente, representing for my Latino mob. Appreciate you guys for all the love in the chat. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get to the next track. This next track actually, in the previous album 11, you heard a song featuring a good friend of mine. I have never met in person, but I met him through the internet. Super dope producer in the Dominican Republic, Bass Breaker. I sent him the idea. He loved it. He turned it into something completely different, and that was the track Nebula on the previous album. Now on this album, I still love the original idea because he completely changed it. He made it something different. So I still wanted to release my original idea. So this is the name of the track is Nebula Prequel because it was the original one, and I just couldn't get the drums to hit the way I needed them to. He got that done, but then I went back, checked the project, and I was able to create it the way I really thought about it and got the drums hitting. So I hope you like it. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to tell that it was Nebula, probably because I told you now, but this is the original one. Let's get into it now.
So full.
That was Nebula Prequel. Um, this is definitely the track that I was telling you guys. If you go back to 11 and you listen to it, you're gonna hear it's gonna start to sound familiar. But I also wanted to release the original one, which to me it has more like a hype vibe. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. The next track is track 10. The album only has 12 tracks, so we're getting near the end of it. This track is called Judas. Uh, this track was created based on experiences I have with people that I can call that they did the same thing that basically Judas did to Jesus. So it's dedicated to all the Judas out there. Sometimes you have friends and families that might make you think they got your back, but they don't. So whoever has ever done you wrong like Judas did Jesus, this is dedicated to them. Let's get it. Track 10, Judas.
Amateur fool, boy.
That was Judas for you guys. So I hope you enjoy it. That is track number 10 of the album. So we have two more tracks to go. The next track, number 11, is called IGTS. Who Wants It? IGTS just mean I got the smoke. Who wants it? This is a flex record. The hard hitting drums, the synth, the I I feel like I got the smoke. It makes me feel like nothing can defeat me. So I hope you get the same feeling I get when I listen to this track. And let's go ahead and get into IGTS. Who Wants It? that was I Got the Smoke. Who Wants It? I hope you guys enjoy that track. Um, it looks like from the looks of the chat that some of you guys might be a little behind because you guys are commenting about the reggaeton track, and I'm already one, two, three tracks ahead of that. So even though you guys might be a little behind, I'm gonna talk about a little bit about the album after I get done um, playing all the tracks and before I end the streaming. But I'm really grateful that you guys are all joining me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm gonna do some responses here in the chat. Leo, thank you so much, man. You have been an inspiration to me, and you have helped me so much through my producing career. So many tips and tricks and sounds that you gave me. I mean, come on, man. Thank you. Appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to everybody that has joined. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get now to the last track of the album, which is produced by my brother from another mother, Ben Desla Radio. He's on here tonight. If you haven't yet and you haven't followed him, I've been telling you to do that for weeks. If you haven't done so, please go check him out on IG and click on the link that's going to take you to all his streaming services. Check out his music, an amazing producer. Um, we got an album coming out too next year. We don't know when, but I promise you it's going to be fire. His album has one of my tracks on there as well that we did together, Red City Lights. But his new album, Flow Music, is amazing. So please go check that out as well. Go check out his music. Amazing producer. Very grateful to have you on my corner, man. So thank you so much for everything. This last track that I made is called 86. This track I actually made the idea on Black Friday in the morning. I remember I heard the Bad Bunny's album, the new one, El Último Tour, and as soon as I heard Yo Visto Así, my creativity just started flowing. So I went ahead and got on the computer and created the idea, sent it to my brother, Ben Desla, and I was like, "Hey man, I didn't include you on '07, neither on 11. You got me on your album. I need to have a featuring with you on my last album this year. So can you do something?" So I sent it to him like literally a week before I had to submit that to the distribution company. Send it to him literally like 5 days later. He sent me the whole thing. I basically finished arranging everything 2 days before the actual album was supposed to be submitted. So I am thankful for you because you did that. You came through. You definitely put your magical touch on the track, and that took it to another level. So thank you, man. Let's get into 86. This is the outro of the album. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Featuring my brother Ben Deslap. Let's get it.
name is Vendesta.
That was the outro of the track 86 featuring my brother Ben Desla. It looks like you guys might be a bit behind because I see that some of you guys are letting me know you're just now playing Judas. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is definitely, as a bonus, I'm going to play you a track that I might just release in a week or two. I just need to fix it, um, rearrange it, make it sound good. So I'm gonna let me look for that track and play it for you guys tonight. That way you get a preview and you know what you're gonna be getting into once the track comes out. Well, first of all, one thing I want to say before I play that track is thank you all for joining. Thank you to my wife for teaching me how to do those visuals that I've been doing, for always having my back. Man, you are the real MVP. I love you to the moon, back, the galaxies. My love for you just keep growing every day. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everybody that has shown me love, help me in any way. Thank you, Ben Desla, for being a feature in the track. Man, I appreciate you, and I can't wait for Landesla to be out. We're gonna shock the world, man. Thank you so much. Please go check my brother's music as well. Um, Thank to Leo, the guy that's on the chat. He was my producer when I used to rap in Spanish, and like I said earlier, the guy is amazing. I've been telling him to put all his music out, so he needs to do that because the world needs to hear it. The guy's dope. Connect with him through here. Amazing person, and he's just out of this world when it comes to making beats. Dude has provided me with so many sounds, plugins, tips, and tricks. I mean, name it. Just I've been blessed, blessed definitely to have people like that on my corner. Uh, Again, thank you to my wife for also creating the cover of the album, for my brother-in-law Knight as well for creating the first cover of '07. Thank you guys for always being on my corner, and my brother-in-law too. He even created a library on Spotify called Samples, and he just puts samples out there. If you're a producer and you don't have a friend that does that for you, you ain't got no good friends. Sorry. Just kidding. But thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you all, man. Thank you for joining. I am blessed to have you guys just enjoy my music. In 2021, I'm going to be challenging myself with releasing more music. as as often as possible. I want to do at least every week or every other week, or the least at least once a month, while also working into the album that that me and my brother Bendez are working on, as well as I want to put out a quick 4-track EP with The Weeknd vocals on it as the hook, and then my brother-in-law Knight told me that I should put Bad Bunny on the verses. So I think I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be short, only 4 tracks, but I got a lot of things coming next year, and I'm just gonna get better, keep working hard, and it's just to keep providing you amazing content. So I really hope you guys keep enjoying all the music tonight, 12 a.m. The album is out. If you want to check out those 2 tracks, which is the intro, Shallow Heart and Fuego, you're going to have to go listen to it on my SoundCloud or my website, which is iamlandos.com. I'm going to link the album on my link tree on my Instagram for SoundCloud, so you're going to be able to get that on there as well. If you just want to listen to, in your streaming services, Spotify, iTunes, or Amazon, whatever you use, is going to be available on there, minus those 2 tracks, Shallow Heart and Fuego. So let's go ahead and now play the track that I told you I want to release as soon as possible. That might be my first release in 2021. Let me go ahead and do that. This track for now, I'm calling it Dreams. And because when I made it, I literally felt like I was dreaming through the whole thing. It's very cinematic, something that I love to do. Again, this is just a rough draft, but to me, sounds amazing already. Just needs a couple of final touches. Here's the preview of Dreams. This will not be on the album. This is going to be released as a single in 2021, where I'm challenging myself to try to release as many singles as possible, either weekly, bi weekly, or at least once a month.